back, everybody, to the Crypto Sherpa Show special edition, where I interview guests, friends, members of the club here. And yeah, today's guest, we have Bitcoin Ben's right-hand girl, #1 assistant, Heidi Carlson.
What's up, everybody? This is definitely a special edition because I'm here.
It is.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Yes. How's it going?
It's going good. How was that class on stablecoins today?
We just did an awesome class. If you guys aren't members of the club, join. You can come to our Tuesdays and Thursdays Zoom link live classes. You can chat, ask questions. We just did a class on stablecoin basics, algorithmic versus non-algorithmic. And no, it ends up being a really fun discussion. We connect with the other clubs that come online, and we're all, it's getting really popular, so I love it.
I know, more people, we had a couple of new faces today.
Well, I told Ben today, I said, Ben, hey, how about you start saying on Tuesdays and Thursdays in your live stream at 1:30 Eastern, we're going to do a live class, and we had a couple new people on today, so that was really cool.
Oh, sweet. So I guess I was probably it. Yeah. They were like, oh, where's that email?
And it's funny, too, because everyone, I mean, I am, too. Everyone's so smiley this week.
Why is that? Is it because Bitcoin's at new all-time highs? Woo!
I'm thinking maybe it's...
Or is it Trump?
Maybe it's the future looks bright for Bitcoin and among many other things in this country, right?
Yes. Yeah. More crypto businesses, bright future for Bitcoin. Just a lot of change is going to be happening, and it's going to be very bright.
Yeah, like health changes with our food system. I was, of course, like many other people, right after the whole coming down from the Trump win and watching his speech a few times and looking to see what everyone was saying, I was scrolling through Twitter, and already I see these amazing things happening. Like, I wish I could remember his name, but someone from like a regenerative farmer was already is already asked to join the USDA. We have RFK, who's they're trying to get fluoride abolished. As you know,
I know, I saw that.
So
yes.
I mean, I am so looking forward to these next 4 years.
We're making America healthy again.
This is the first time I've been optimistic about anything political, maybe ever. Because everyone always ends up being a liar. Although, Trump didn't really lie about anything in his last term, it didn't seem. It's not like he made all these promises and broke them. But I was chatting with Ben earlier and showing him the thing with the farmer being invited to the USDA. And I was recalling that, when Obama was running and he was making, that was back when everybody was marching and the bandwagon for the GMOs was happening and wanted labeling. And I remember him making all these promises. We're going to let Americans know what's in their food. And the first thing he did when he got in was appoint a gentleman by the name of Michael Taylor to the head of the FDA, who was a VP for Monsanto. Right? The head of like the father of genetic modification in our food. So this just feels so different, right?
It really is. Actually feels like you just brought up Obama. I just kept thinking of his phrase change, but this is actually the first time I feel change is actually going to happen.
Obama ran on a platform of 2 words that just said hope, change. And my question is, hope for what and change in which way?
Exactly.
Because that was super unclear. And all the hope and change that I saw was, nothing I was very hopeful about, right?
I can even barely remember.
The only change I saw was a big change in the obesity rates and a huge change in the value of our currency.
Oh, yeah, those were big
and
changes.
They weren't positive changes.
No, negative, nasty. Wish I was in crypto at that time.
And just a shout out. I already posted it on my X profile, but thank you so much, Elon and Joe Rogan.
Yes.
You have changed history, the potential history that we could have had. It's amazing what they've done, I think.
Got rid of the censorship. Biggest problem. So thank you, Elon, for that. That was the best thing ever. Because, during those 2020 times, gosh, I hated everything being censored. You were just shoved one thing just straight in your face everywhere.
No questions allowed. And no, you know what though is great? Now I know that the whole COVID thing, I know it was really rough for many, many people. And I'm not kind of trying to downplay that, but I do think that them just contriving that so hard and pushing people so hard really woke up a huge amount of the population. And that played a really large part in this election process because people they got pushed into a corner where they were like, okay, no, this is it. This is my life.
Yep.
You know, so.
Yeah, take control back.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, I think the whole thing with, Joe Rogan and Elon, it was very emotional watching that interview. To me, any doubt I had about the election being won by Trump kind of got quelled because I realized that with Elon, right? Not that I didn't like him, but I was just very detached from him. I understood that he's intellectually on a whole nother level, and obviously one of the richest, if not the richest dude in the world, but I never saw an emotional connection with him. So yes, he was powerful and I respected him, but I didn't feel it. And then when he did that interview with Joe Rogan, and he's been campaigning and I've been watching him, it's been so fun to see him like step out and feel this emotional connection, like almost like a toddler, like a little kid that found a new toy.
Yep.
And him finding that he's so much more powerful. Like now when he's talking, I can't look away.
It's just you're so tuned in, you're focused on it. It's okay, now I can connect now.
Yeah.
So.
Like what he was already bringing to the table gave him a lot of power, but this just exponentially increases it because now I'm like, I've never in all the years I've been in crypto, I was there when Doge was launched and I didn't buy it. And now I'm thinking, oh man, should I buy some Doge?
I wish I bought it.
I know. I mean, I could have had billions of Doge for 50 cents.
And he's like, no, it was under. Well, I could have bought $200 worth of it. That's because that was my day-to-day job, working paycheck to paycheck. And it's like I had the option. Okay, where do I want to put this extra $200? I chose Dash.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's like a dang it. But well, there's still tons of other coins out there.
Yeah.
But Doge, I feel, is going to stick around. Like, I don't see it going anywhere anymore. I feel like it's just going to be the dominant meme coin of them all.
It is the original meme. And now that we have all these different, it's an abbreviation for, what does Elon call it? The
Department of Government Energy. I forgot.
Oh, wow. See, I'm fried. Guys.
Yeah, we are.
But it's been a fun week. We had an awesome party. We had an awesome election night with Ben, and we had Charlie Shrem here doing the live stream with Ben, which was fun to have a real crypto OG. Charlie was there in the Bitcoin Talk forum communicating with Satoshi, right?
So it's cool that we had him here.
Yeah. So,
I didn't realize that guy was my age. He's really only 9 months older.
he's super young.
Yeah. Only 34.
Yeah. He was only in his early 20s when he started BitInstant and was selling Bitcoin in New York City. And I was living just a couple miles away. And that's when I just got in a few months, he got in, I think, in 2011-ish.
Yeah, I think so.
And I got in when his wife got in 2013 when she met him. So But I think it was all that night. It was so emotional for all of us because it's hard to believe that crypto played such a huge part in this election.
And I don't think a lot of people like on the left even realize how big it was, because for all these years, everyone's like doubting you, going, "Oh, that's just a scam. That's a Ponzi," because they're following their mainstream narrative.
Oh, it's for drug dealers and money laundering.
And they just thought it was like done. It's like there was like for the past couple of years too. It's like, so how's this Bitcoin doing? It's like, it's at 43 now. Oh, it's at 2030. Like just going back in the day, it's like, wait, what? It went back up? It's like, yes, this thing's real. It's legit. It's not what you think it is.
And so many people sold at they lost money because they didn't trust it. And then they're upset that it went back up. So then you end up with people that are not rooting for Bitcoin because then they missed out because they didn't hold it,
And then they still just have that feeling. It's like, you just need a bunch of suckers to get in. That's what my buddy keeps texting me all the time. It's like, dude, you just don't get it. Have fun.
Man.
Like we're just talking about, it's like, have fun with your Tesla stocks and your S&P 500.
If people don't understand by now that Bitcoin is so much more than a monetary tool and, just a payment system or an investment, it's actually the energy of what Bitcoin is bleeding in. The more that we adopt it, the more it inspires us humans to be good to each other and not want to lie, because the Bitcoin protocol is one of honesty and transparency. So if your money is based on that, well, now you're rewarding people for being honest and transparent as opposed to the opposite, which is what we've had since, 1913.
Yep, just trusting them, letting them keep printing the money. Like, do we even really truly know how much is out there?
Right.
Like, they can keep printing more and more without telling you, and then the next thing it comes, just like all those election votes that happened in 2020. It's like, hey, where did this come from?
Where? Wait, how did we have the biggest God candle in history on our money supply on M2? So, I look at my grandparents. Now, my grandparents are 98 years old, 97 and 98. They live just 40 minutes away. They're living on their fixed income pensions. Their pension now, after all these years, since healthcare, their Medicare has gone up so much, and it comes directly out of their pension. Now they have no pension left for their living, right? And because the money is being devalued, that their pension is going down, everything's going up. So, this is so solvable with an appreciating asset. If our money wasn't devaluing, they'd be fine. Even on the small amount that
if it wasn't devalued,
they
I probably would have had health insurance. I feel like I was in the boat with a lot of other people, like, where, we just weren't making enough money at the time. And so it's like, why am I going to add this bill to myself when I can't even afford that? And I don't see the doctor that often anyways, so. Yeah,
and you know what really upsets me about our healthcare system? Not that I'm into socialized healthcare. There's aspects, there's pros and cons to both, but, I'm being forced, let's say, if I just went out and got myself, based on my income, health insurance, that might be costing me now about $500 a month for something decent, where I don't have to pay $1 million out of pocket. Now, I don't really go to the doctor. If it's life or death, I'll go to the conventional doctor. But other than that, I went to the emergency room because when we were cleaning up after the storm, I got a branch in my eye, and I'm like, okay, this is the time for the doctor. And they were super amazing, super nice. I loved it was great.
But scare me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm like, it's telling me like, oh, you're dying. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Everybody's dying.
I'm going to go and get a blood test. They're going to tell me that my cholesterol number is too high. I need to be on statins. And now I'm paying into a healthcare system that I'm paying for their drugs that they don't need, that are actually making them more unhealthy. And then the prices of everything go up. So it's just a total conflict of interest. Our system makes money off of people being
sick and unhealthy.
And I'm just not going to pay. And the other thing I realized is I had a really bad accident back in 2017. And I don't mean this to be, triggering to anybody, because if you're into having good health insurance and you think it's helping you, that's great. But I was in an accident. I was hurt really badly in New York City, where I was hit by a cyclist, and I got taken, and I wasn't really conscious. I had a bad concussion. I got taken to the emergency room. I didn't have any health insurance. And you know what I realized? They were not going to do any unnecessary surgery with you because you're not going to pay.
Really?
And so I got 2 bones broken in my foot that he ran over, and they did 2 CAT scans to make sure
that
it was well, not that it was broken, but that it wasn't broken so badly that if I needed surgery, I could sue them for negligence for not doing it because I couldn't pay for it. So they made sure, like, okay, she's going to be okay without surgery.
Yeah.
And they let me heal. If I had amazing surgery where they could have billed me like $15,000 for that, would they have told me that I didn't need the surgery? I'm just not sure. And because it's a conflict of interest, I inherently can't trust the system. Now, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies actually do the opposite, and they reward you for being honest.
Yes.
Right? And I love it. I love it. If we could just, if we start switching over to that mentality and that energy, and it starts to bleed in, imagine how nice we're going to be treating each other as opposed to...
So much better.
Yeah. Right. Now, granted, I think what gets a little confusing right now for people is that you see a lot of... Now, we see a lot of scams out there in general, right? People trying to take your fiat, people trying to scam your crypto. Now, I just want to make this point, because crypto gets such a bad rap for being scammy for this reason. The reason that it's targeted is because there's no central bank, there's no central entity that you can call up and report a fraudulent thing or that you got scammed The bank can't put a hold on your card and give you your credit back and take the loss for you.
Nope.
If you're irresponsible with your investment choices or who you trust by sending your money to or giving away seed phrases, that's on you. And that transaction is not reversible.
Nope.
And that's part of what we all need to learn. And that's why crypto is targeted for scams, because you can't get your money back. They get to keep it unless you file a police report and you get the government on you for cybercrime.
Yep.
That's why it's targeted. It's not because of any other reason that's inherently has to do with crypto.
It's just because it's immutable. It's like once it's happened, it's done.
Yeah. Once you've given it away. So it's great for people to learn how to be smart and custody. Bitcoin is basically the digital version of keeping money under your mattress.
It is.
Right.
And that's also good, though, too. Like, it's great for scammers, but it's also just good in general. It's just like, stuff's going there. No one else can tamper with it as you're sending money over, say, overseas or something. It's like, I know it's going to go there. I know nobody's going to intersect it or whatnot. It's just going from point A to point B.
Right. You don't need permission. And you can always do a small test transaction to make sure for $5-10 first and test it out. But I think once people get used to it and see the freedom in it, there's just no going back. It's really contagious,
How much longer until they just get it?
Yeah, they're slowly getting it. Like, I have a couple of good friends. I sold my condo and moved into a rental house here because I don't know what the market's going to do. So a couple of friends from my old building, you're going to be so happy, Heidi, so happy for us. We took a bunch of our retirement money in Charles Schwab and we bought the Bitcoin ETF.
Yeah.
Listen, I wouldn't buy the ETF for myself, but you know what? I'm just happy. I'm happy that they're getting it. They're like, we still don't understand it, but we bought it.
It's like, you're getting exposed with the Bitcoin name, so you're just at least getting exposed to that. But eventually, hopefully, you just get the real Bitcoin.
Hopefully, it's a gateway drug, and then people will get interested in it enough because I've offered them free. I said, hey, listen, just contact me. People pay me to teach them this stuff. I'll teach it to you for free. But it's exciting because when people they talk about the Bitcoin price, and they're like, well, how high can it go? You know what? Look at the market cap of the M2. Look at the money supply market cap.
Yep, because I like how when you were showing like the stable coins like market cap and like you're going, this can be like the flux going into like all these other coins out there. And it's like, what was USDT again? That was like at $120 billion.
Yeah, it's crazy, the market caps of these stable coins. So think about it like this. If we slowly transition to a Bitcoin standard, how high can it go? You have 21 million Bitcoin max, a lot of which are lost because
at least probably 5 or 6 million gone.
Yeah. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, let's take away 4 million and say there's 18 million Bitcoin. There will never be any more that can be accessed. And let's compare how much cash our national debt right now alone. The debt is like $36 trillion.
Yes, going up like $1 trillion every couple months.
Yeah, and what's the current market cap of Bitcoin? It's like
1.25 or 1.5 trillion now.
Okay, so even if just the amount of our national debt, which is small compared to the total money supply, went into Bitcoin, that's a 35x from here. In my head, I'm not going to attempt. Multiply 35 times 76,600.
Well, definitely we're taking gold at that point.
That could, I mean, there's no limit on where it can go at this point. We've never seen anything like it. It's a commodity that's finite that backs itself as a currency, so it's easily transactable.
Yep. We never had it, so that's why it's just so amazing.
Can you think of anything else that is remotely like that? Anything at all?
No.
Like me and Steve, who works over at our Nashville club, we were thinking about it, and I said, okay, the only thing I can think is when a company comes out with like a limited edition of something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you have a limited edition Corvette, and they're only coming out with 200 of this special Corvette. Okay, you have that; it's finite. But then they come out with the Corvette brand comes out with a bunch of limited edition things, right? So. Okay, that already takes a little bit away.
Yep.
And then it's not a liquid market. And it doesn't have a set value per Corvette. It depends on a lot of factors. So And it's not easily you can't shave. You're not going to shave off pieces of the Corvette and use
you
it
can't
to
do
buy
that.
coffee.
Oh, because I would just make it invaluable anymore. It's not what it is.
Right.
So you can't do that.
So gold, back in the day, it was, it's better than fiat. If you back the currency,
You can still shave it, measure it by at least grams, milligrams, and everything. So kind of a piece it apart. But
yeah. But it's not finite, and that's kind of how all this got into such a mess to begin with, because people were counterfeiting pieces of paper that the goldsmiths, the goldsmiths were holding the gold and then giving people receipts, and they realized, oh wow, you know what, we can make so much more money if we make fake receipts. So we are moving into very unprecedented times. Humans have never had an opportunity like this before for currency freedom. I'm so excited we're alive now.
I know. And would you still say we're early, or are we just at the ending point of that now, of being early?
Yeah, I mean,
because there's only 6% people still actually into Bitcoin at this moment, but we're just getting more. It's just increasing slowly, but that can go really fast. You've been there for other bull runs, and some people watching this might be your first cycle that's starting. And let me tell you, I mean, when it's a runaway train when it starts. You'll see it increase 30 to 50% in a day. You might also see it plummet 40% the next day and then go up 70. Especially with the smaller coins. Yeah, not so much Bitcoin, but Bitcoin you will see $5,000 a day rises, we saw on election night, just off from 68 to 75. It's and that was just one night.
Right, like I was showing before in the class I did how Bitcoin had since the election, we've had a good 9 to 10%. It's up over the past 7 days. But if you look down at Doge, which is still a big market cap,
that was a 20%.
It's double the rise of Bitcoin, because it's easier for people to to afford. It's not as much of a blockage in their mind of, I can buy a little bit of Doge and you have a bunch of coins. So it's incredible, the potential for what these things can be.
Yeah, like you said, it's easier to get a smaller amount, but again, people just don't know. It's you can buy fractions of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
They just always think you need that 75,000 to buy one Bitcoin.
Right.
It's no, just get a fraction amount. Get $20 worth of it. Just get it.
Dude, I've been using my Fold card.
Yes.
Have you been? You have a Fold?
I was in the very beginning when all you can do to load it up was with a Venmo. So that was back in the day. That was my card's about to expire actually this year in 2025. So I need to get a new one.
Yeah, I can't believe it took me so long to get into Fold. I've been so busy this year, starting with my job here at the club, and I had went on Fold, and I could. Thanks a lot, Apple. You are not the company you once were. So many of the Apple settings just prevent things from working properly now, so I could never get my Fold app to work. So
you showed me. It came up with a white screen, and let me get my card, white screen, nothing. It's what? That's weird.
I had the Fold account, but then, so if any of you guys have had this problem, I'm just going to tell you how to solve it. So for months and months and months, I wanted to get my Fold card, and I made the account, but when I went to activate my card and get it in the mail, I would just get a white screen, and then I was so busy, and I just didn't reach out to support, or I think I did, but maybe it got lost. So it's a setting if you're ever having a problem with Apple, just go to what's called general and then accessibility. There's something in accessibility that's screwing up your apps, and it was some kind of emotion. There was something in there. And Brian Harrington, shout out to Brian, you're awesome at Fold, helped me. I made a little on-screen video of what happened to my app, and then he was able to fix it for me. And ever since that card came in the mail, I'm
it every day now. I gotta start using it more. But another way, also, at the top of Fold, you get those double rewards. You've been using the Lolli app for online purchases.
Wait, do you have a referral for Lolli?
Actually, I do.
Oh, okay, you got to get that to me. Yeah, I got to do. Okay, so
because that way, because I remember when I was buying some club supplies here for at Office Depot, Lolli was a part of that, so I'd get 3% back. So yeah, you just purchase it, you get 3% back. But when you make the purchase, use your Fold card. So that way you're getting double the earnings on it.
Yeah, and if you have Amazon Prime, let's say you have an Amazon Rewards card where you use an Amazon credit card, you get the Amazon Rewards for using that card, and then you get Satoshis for paying that card off with your Fold card.
There's so many ways. It's that is the easiest way to get actually free Bitcoin. Don't fall for the send me one Bitcoin, I'll get you two back scam out there. This is actually only legit way where you actually could get free Bitcoin just by using someone's card app and whatnot.
Oh, yeah, because, okay, like a lot of these banks, I have a Wells Fargo account and I have a Wells Fargo Active Cash Rewards card. Okay, sure, that's fun. Okay. But how much more fun is it when I get rewarded in Satoshis and in 5 years, the Satoshi rewards I got are higher in value and all the cash rewards, the cash is devalued. So now I'm acquiring an appreciating asset. And yeah, it's pretty fun to be able to do that. And like airline miles and all that stuff, you know, you get to a certain point. Some of them expire in a year and then you have to use them. It's much more fun to get the Bitcoin. And then your Bitcoin value increases. Then the airline tickets, you don't mind buying them anyway because, you know. But yeah, guys, don't fall for those free Bitcoin scams. And now you need to be really careful with AI because, you know, one of my favorite projects, Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, you know, they can make videos now where you don't even know if the person in the video is the person. So don't, if something is too good to be true in crypto, it definitely 150% is. I can say that 150%.
And it really takes a keen eye to be able to spot that AI difference.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I first saw, the Cardano one, the XRP one, even the Solana guy one, it's just like there was something off for a first second when I first saw it, I was like, something seems off about this.
Yeah.
And then as I looked closer, and so I was like, oh, that's AI. I wonder how many people are actually going to fall for this.
Yeah, it's really scary. You know, because before, you always had the ability, as humans, right, our eyes and our ears, they're very important. And there's a message, like when I see your face, I trust you because you're Sherpa. I see you every day. I know you and I trust you. My face sees that on screen, and my initial instinct, if I saw someone took you and made a fake Sherpa video where you're now doing a million Divi giveaway, right? Because you make Divi content. And they see you, oh, it's Sherpa though.
Right, yeah.
And your natural human instinct, which is not, it's not like you're dumb, that's totally natural. You think that's Sherpa, you trust him, he's doing this cool thing because he's got so much Divi. And this is where it starts to get really evil because our basic human instincts now are being manipulated by the AI. Now, there's great pros to AI, don't get me wrong, but we have to be really careful as we, you know, it's just like learning Bitcoin. You're learning how to custody your own funds, and we have to learn all these things now with the new digital world.
And yeah, if you guys see a Sherpa video giving away something, call the club. I'm always here. I'll defunk that instantaneously. It's like, no, I didn't make that video. That's send it to me so I can see how well they made me look.
Yeah,
Maybe they made me skinnier.
That's what's awesome about our clubs. We have an actual phone number, and you can look us up online. You can call us, and if you have any questions about, hey, is this really you? We're here.
Yeah, exactly.
But listen, no offense to the woman who came in a few months ago, but if you're getting tweets from Elon direct to you on X about giving you Bitcoin, that's not Elon. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not him. So, you know, just be careful out there.
Or if a pretty lady just messages you, so all you older gentlemen out there, just don't know if they initiated it. No, they're not real.
Don't do it. Don't let them convince you to go to a Bitcoin ATM and pay 20% over market value to send them Bitcoin. Please don't do it. Protect yourself. Buy it for yourself. Go on Cash App. Go, you know, Caleb and Brown, like whatever.
Anywhere. There's so many places to get it.
Yeah.
And at least just like as we come up to these cycles, create a couple exchanges out there because it's going to be a big rush as people get into these cryptos and everything. And then if you're trying to offload at the time, you're going to have limits on each of your platforms if you're brand new. So just get them started now. So if you ever do want to take a little profit.
Right. You want to get the KYC, like, well, if you have to KYC, which most of these on-ramps for fiat, you do, you know, you want to get that started now. So not when everything's overloaded and it takes a week to get it.
Oh, during the bull run, it'll take you at least a month to get verified.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I think it's really going to be a lot of fun. What I know I've missed a lot recently in the news because they've been so busy. Where you know, Ben's going like 150,000 miles an hour. I try to keep up as his assistant. But what's anything super interesting lately? I know Stripe acquired like a stablecoin platform that I read. I don't know if you know about that. I forget what the name of it was.
Which one did they acquire?
Oh, something with an R. But
not Ripple stablecoin.
No. It was like a platform, like a software. So listen, guys, Stripe, one of the biggest back-end payment processors going, is starting to work with stable coins. So if that's not a signal, I don't know.
Right. What
I don't
is?
know what is. Yeah.
But news-wise, I think, let's see, haven't covered the news since before the election.
I know, we've been out of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Pakistan actually was like putting a vote in to change our laws because they first banned cryptos and everything in 2023. Now it's like it's flipping the switch. It's like, okay, now we're going to take away that ban, have banks be able to issue like a digital currency. I didn't know if they were legalizing all of the cryptocurrencies or just that one. So it's like, that's kind of a boom.
I wonder, I'm always curious, like going into the next cycle, India, right? So India, they ban the unban, they ban the unban, right?
They have such high taxes. I wonder if they were going to lower it. Is it still like at 40% or do they go down to 25 now?
I know. But what was really interesting was it last week or the week before, I'd sold my condo because condo prices here in Florida are dumping because of the storms and all the insurances. HOAs have gone up like crazy. So I just decided to stabilize what was left before I lost money.
Yeah.
And so I said, okay, some of that money going into my bank account, a chunk's got to go into Bitcoin. And I did it like literally just in time. So Ben had told me that Russia made the announcement about the mining, the BRICS securing the mining.
They're
and
mining.
I'm like,
I know. Oh, it wasn't just them. They had 3 other countries get added on to the BRICS nation, like Argentina, 2 other like UAE, but like they're mining as well. So it's like everyone's going to be mining.
Yeah.
Even
it's Ben and I had a really interesting conversation earlier about Bitcoin as a natural resource because everyone's going to be in competition, just like they were for having oil and, Africa, everyone rape Africa for its natural. Now it's going to be Bitcoin mining because it's energy. And I think
it's going to be weird. Like I was also going to be like, where was the Bitcoin mine? Like where was it created specifically?
Right.
Like
made in the USA Bitcoin.
Actually, I was doing an interview last night with this guy Mario, and he was like saying, I think like Trump's going to do like no capital gains tax like on a Bitcoin that was made in the USA. So it's like, does that make it in competition now for like all the other countries?
Tariffs on Chinese Bitcoin. Well, that's different. That would be crazy if you would have to start discerning if you got a USA made. That means you would have to get a virgin Bitcoin from the miner.
A virgin Bitcoin or from Marathon Digital or Riot. One of them is actually every Bitcoin they mine, they're minting made in the USA.
You would have to get
blockchain.
it directly from them to know that it came from them, right? Because there's no way to.
No, it's going to be on the blockchain. Again, every time they mine a Bitcoin, they're inscribing made in the USA on that Bitcoin that they mine.
Oh.
So that's how you can decipher if it came from America or not.
Okay. The thing is there is endless stuff to talk about
yes.
with Bitcoin. Like something just popped into my head and then I got distracted because that's what I wanted to say since we're talking about this. I think a lot of people equate Bitcoin as just like tech, and they equate tech with computers and chips and a very non-emotional, non-spiritual journey in life. And so they become uninterested and they automatically think that's because it's tech, they can't understand it. When really the premise is very simple. And if you can understand exchanging anything, seashells, salt, cash dollar bills, you can understand Bitcoin. So this mining thing is actually a big deal because it's so much deeper than tech. It's money and energy. And so when you recognize that's what the future is, that's what we've always been relying on, energy. And it plays such a huge role of backing. That's where the value of Bitcoin comes from, is energy.
So I remember Michael Slater was talking about it too, like this energy is like you can't save it, you can only store it for so long, but you can actually use it to like create this actual digital asset out there.
Right. And it is fully backed. I mean, if you saw the utility bills in US dollar amounts of the big miners.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's probably more than the median price of a home here in Sarasota County.
Yeah.
So, there's that. There's just so much fun stuff happening.
There is. Can't wait to just get back there and start looking at the news. Like, hey, what did I miss already? Because when I'm out of it for like 2-3 days and not looking at the news, it's like I may listen to it every day, but it's a lot different than me actually just sitting down and reading the articles, scrolling through and see, oh, that happened? Oh, sweet.
I know. I haven't had time, you guys, to do any. I'm going to be giving a Tuesday on our live Zoom link. I'll be doing a presentation on one of the coins that I recommended that I called Hypercycle. So that'll be fun. But I really need to catch up on my assets because the last bull run, pre-bull run time, I had so much time on my hands from COVID. I lost my job and was collecting unemployment. And I was just online. Like, oh, look at this. And now I feel so out of the loop. And all I want to do is organize my portfolio because I'm a little bit of a altcoin hoarder because I've been in so long. And I'm like, okay. And every time I sit down and think I'm going to do it, I love my job so much that I never want to stop doing my actual job now to go back to crypto when it used to be the opposite.
Yeah.
You know, I used to think, oh, I can't get away from doing my crypto to focus on my boring job. But now I have such an exciting job that, not that the crypto is boring, but I actually prefer doing my other work, you know?
Yeah, I don't know that exact feeling.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
And then just getting so much more work loaded added on. It's go time. So it's just
what are you doing for the holidays? Are you going to California for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to Cali for Thanksgiving, and then maybe we'll see what Christmas comes around. Maybe I'll fly out there again, too, for Christmas and New Year's.
Cool.
If not, but we are definitely going to have a Friendsgiving party here before I head out there. So that's going to be fun.
Oh, okay. So wait, are we going to do that on a poker?
Are
we doing
night.
it before Thanksgiving?
Before. So November 15th. So it's going to be a potluck, Friendsgiving, poker night, and Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight. So we're going to stream that.
All right.
So I'll be sure to get this video up at least way before that so people know about it.
All right. That'll be fun.
That is.
Ooh, what am I going to bring? Oh, should we grill? What should we maybe I'll make the carnivore deviled eggs for the potluck.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm better at making them now. The last time I did it. Oh, remember we had that potluck? Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I made some lomo saltado. That was fun. My Peruvian dish.
Hey, I am really excited for our, I gotta say, you guys, I love Dallas.
I still haven't seen anything yet. No photos, nothing.
We have a potential Dallas location that is so. I hope I don't want to jinx it. It's beautiful, but even if we don't get that particular location, you guys, I love. Shout out to our Texas investors, JJ, Michael, all you guys, Clive and Janet, and everybody. It's fun when we go down there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be. They've got the best meat. They got the best barbecue. The Texas beef rib at Terry Black's.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I was going to go to Texas this Thanksgiving, but my dad was like, no, let's just fly my grandparents back out here, and it'll be just so much easier. So skipping Dallas, but oh man, I can't wait to go back to Texas.
Yeah. Oh, and they have a ton of In-N-Out. And hey.
Oh, In-N-Out. Please come to Florida already. Your headquarters moved to Tennessee. Why can't you just come down here?
Yeah, but I don't. Even though their headquarters moved to Tennessee, do they have a location there yet? I don't
think they have a location yet there.
No, and I love. I love the Brentwood Club too. Don't tell anybody, but it's my favorite place to go because the hot yoga studio is a half a mile away.
In which direction? When I was there, it's
Sorry,
like so when you exit the club, you go right or you go left.
Your hot yoga up there in Leominster just doesn't do it for me. But everything else is great. Shout out Bamboo Ed, what's up?
I know, what's up, guys?
Yeah, so I don't know. I just know that I'm in a really good mood.
Yeah, me too.
So, fingers crossed, right? That over the next 2 months, they don't do anything to really.
I know, like sell off all the Bitcoin America's holding right now, just to go like, oh, Trump's going to keep it. No, let's just get rid of it all now if we can.
Yeah, are they all that CZ Bitcoin they collected in the Silk Road? Oh my gosh, that's the other thing. So I am dying to see when Trump is gonna free Ross Ulbricht.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, because he said at the Bitcoin conference, like that's a thing.
That's what he's going to do, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been watching, if you guys follow on X, you want to follow Eric Voorhees. He's one of my favorite OG crypto guys. Amazing, and he's really in support of Ross, who, if you guys don't know who he is, he has faced like some of the toughest penalties. Been sitting in jail for years for starting something called the Silk Road, which was a marketplace on the dark web. And okay, yeah, sure, people bought and sold stuff with crypto that maybe they shouldn't, but he was just the creator of the platform, and he is paid a higher price than like child rape. It's insane.
It is. It really is. Because again, it's like it's just the same exact thing with the just the banking system. It's just they get a free pass to do it, but
they get bailed out to screw people over, right?
But when this comes to an average person, oh nope, let's throw the book at him.
Right. His mom was there at the Bitcoin conference. I mean, that is going to be a fun video to watch of that footage of him getting freed and let free by the Trump administration. I cannot wait. So I'm on the lookout for that. I'm on the lookout for the fluoride.
To get removed, yes.
Maybe they'll get rid of, it's a pipe dream, maybe they'll get rid of mercury amalgams in dentistry here in the United States. That would be cool.
Lots of good changes coming, so lots to look forward to.
Are you gonna get on those peptides?
I think I am, actually. I need to hit up Sean or tell Ben to order me a double dose so I can start taking them.
Yeah, Sean, one of our members here. Shout out Sean Davis.
Need to have him on.
Yeah, Ben is he's
Ben's
lost a lot
so
of weight.
much weight.
Yeah.
And he doesn't exercise, so with me out on it, I'll probably shed it a lot faster than him.
Yeah, because Sherpa's at the gym
every day.
all the time. I'm sure you've seen his videos that are amazing of him working out. But Ben doesn't work out. He's busy doing mental. I mean, he burns a lot of calories in that brain though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, he's the peptides and the fact that he's into the serious, like really eliminated the carbs. I'm so impressed at his discipline. He's doing amazing. He looks so healthy. And
That's what I just need that help with, because these late nights here, then going home, it's like okay, I want to get that Taco Bell.
It's the craving, right? If you could just get rid of the cravings where your appetite is less, for a little while, and then it's not something you necessarily want to stay on for the rest of your life. You just kickstart it and get that appetite down a little bit, because we eat out of boredom. We eat for other reasons.
Pleasure. I love it. Food's always good.
Well, how you guys know how to tell when you're really hungry, right? I mean, if you're really hungry and you're sitting there thinking of what to eat, then most things will seem appetizing to you. But if you're like, I'm really hungry, I only want French fries with Cheese Whiz.
Ew.
But you don't want a steak or
French
I don't
fries
know.
With ranch. French fries with
French
ranch.
fries with ranch. Yeah.
Where did you come from? Cheese Whiz. It's like, what? Who in their right mind would put Cheese Whiz on French fries?
Wait a second. The funny thing about that is that I've never put Cheese Whiz on French fries, but I was thinking about cheese fries, and I was thinking about like queso, or when you order cheese fries and they pour, and Cheese Whiz came to mind. But no, if you're like, okay, I'm so starving, and the only thing I want are animal-style fries from In-N-Out, and nothing else seems or the only thing you want is a Twix bar, you're not hungry.
No.
You're a drug addict, but you're not hungry.
Pretty much.
Yeah, you know how people in the carnivore world do it to tell when they're hungry? They do what they call a sardine. I wish I liked sardines. They do a sardine fast. And this is how I wish I liked them, because I think they're so healthy. They only allow themselves to eat sardines for like 3 to 7 days. And when they're not hungry, they don't want them.
Really?
And they don't allow themselves to eat anything else, and then they get really in touch with when they're hungry, and they kind of reset. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
That is.
I'm going to try something like that, but maybe I should just force myself to do sardines, because they're so fishy I can't handle it.
I don't like too fishy of a taste. Like I like
know.
sushi and all, but I will not touch a
Sushi's
mackerel.
not fishy though.
A mackerel is.
Oh, it is. Oh,
a mackerel, it just tastes like salt water. You're like, you just get a big bite of ocean water. It's like I had enough ocean water in my surfing days. So.
Mackerels are really oily fish, but so is salmon. But raw salmon isn't fishy as long as it's fresh.
It's got its own taste. It's unique texture. I love it.
Do you eat raw oysters?
No. Oh, nasty. It tastes like mucus or a burger. It's like, oh yeah, give me that snot.
Oh, how do you know what that tastes like, Sherpa?
Everybody eats their own snot. Their own is delicious.
I love raw oysters when you put a bunch of that little onion and vinegar mignonette on it. But the problem with it is the oceans are so contaminated that the oysters are filled with, in addition to all the minerals, microplastics now. So it kind of ruins it for me. But it's a great way to get a bunch of zinc and, eat a couple oysters.
Yeah.
I still do it anyway once in a while. But
But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's it.
I'll probably be back on those peptides. Get them. That's how all this food
Sean,
talk started. Sean,
we need another delivery. Sean
please.
Davis.
You gotta get me started. Well, at least after I come back from Cali, because I'm going to be splurging on In-N-Out Asian food. When I get back, then I'll start taking the shots.
Hey, dude, when you are going to the Texas, when Texas has their grand opening, you're going, we're hitting in it.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we have to go to an In-N-Out together because Sherpa and I have so many jokes about it, and he sends me pictures.
Whenever I get it.
Yeah, we're going to sit down together and, like say grace and have an In-N-Out.
Yep. Well, you get the Flying Dutchman. I'll get my 2 cheeseburgers, raw and grilled.
Wait, the Flying Dutchman. Okay, so this is a secret menu item. If you guys are not familiar with In-N-Out, like 3/4 of the stuff most people order are probably secret.
Yeah.
Right. So they have this thing, and now the Flying Dutchman itself, is it inherently with no bun, or is that a special kind of Flying Dutchman?
No bun.
Okay.
So.
It's like 2 patties made of just grilled onions on the side, and then the burgers and cheese in between, and that's all it is, right?
That's all it is.
So
and
you
then maybe
get-
their special sauce.
Oh, they put the animal sauce on it?
Yes, the spread. Oh, you always gotta get like 4 extra spreads with my order. It's like, give me 4, please, with 1 pepper.
Yeah, that sauce is like where Big Mac sauce dies and goes to heaven.
It's just weird how the East Coast people they're not phased by it. It's like, In-N-Out, I've had it. It's nothing. It's like, oh, you haven't lived in it.
No, it's so good. It's really good. Oh. I think,
make my mouth water.
Thank God I had burgers. Thank God I just ate before this.
Right?
Yeah.
My mouth's still watering, but I'm not craving that. I want In-N-Out now. Oh, I need that shot. Get that craving to go.
Oh, man. Yeah, definitely we're going to meet up. So What else you got for me?
Nothing. We've been going for 46 minutes, so yes, we're going to end it here now.
Okay. That's cool.
Thank you for coming on and just taking over the Sherpa Show.
Did I take over, you guys?
Oh, no, but we loved it. You have so much knowledge.
Oh, thank you. I was trying to give you a break because you do so many of these.
And I just do enjoy hearing other people talk, just me being on the side. But when I can chime in, I love it.
Plus, you guys, just one last thing. I'm practicing for Heidi's Hideout because has been on me to get Heidi's Hideout channel going. And I really do. We can talk about so much fun stuff. I can do crypto AMAs. We could talk carnivore.
Yep.
We could talk. You guys don't know this about me, but I'm a biology geek. Like, I know everything about every mechanism of action, every blood test. Like, we can do fun AMAs and stuff.
Yeah,
just don't come after me, FDA. And so for 2025, that's one of my goals to get started. And maybe do more of our radio shows on Saturday mornings that we have going from our local thing. So, but it's been really fun. I love chatting with you here.
I love having you here.
Yeah, I made a coffee for it, but I didn't drink it all yet. So
You didn't. Let me take one more sip of my sweet tea. Thank you for getting this at Sunny's.
yeah, Sunny's got good tea.
But yeah, so thank you. And thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we will see you again soon.
Awesome.